Yo, hello. I want to talk about violence. More violence is indiscriminate. It can happen for any reason and to anyone. Until we do something to stop the surge of vigilante-style justice in this country, none of us will be safe. My Liberia is Liberia of hope. In my Liberia, it is possible. Violence is not part of my Liberia. Violence leads to property damage, injury, or even death, as we are seeing recent months in several parts of Liberia, including Monrovia. Talk to people in your community about violence. Stand up against mob justice. Be a community hero. Liberia is all that we have. We must all unite to uphold the rule of law. Thanks for listening. This is Old Man Sam Simon.
We want peace in Liberia. Peace in Monrovia. We want peace in Liberia.
Rabbi, why you taking?
I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and Smart Road Junction on the Old Road?
Oh, no, Charles. Tell me about it.
Exeter's Best Price Store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of club beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion jumping till the break of dawn, Exeter's Best Price Store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple Kiwi, Full Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athlete and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
Easy, when you want some more provide. So we start to talk. Come on, so going to 20 pop, put in toto ichiki. Bila living sense in her.
What happened? Mama, you still do other air? No, last boy. Hey, yes, the mama, I will pass. I go see what I'm. Mama, share my way only time face.
For what's a blood?
What tablet man piece let me what tablet piece.
No,
brain. No, stop it. You can't do that. How you a brain human being? Let me know like roaster fee. Huh? Let me know like roaster fee. You tell human being you're a brain human being. Let's stop the kind of thing. If we catch criminal or some of them commit crime in our community or whatsoever, take that to the law or carry that to the nearby police station and report that to the police. Let the police themselves investigate and find out whether he right or wrong. Yesterday I was coming from Keba. Our brother walk along truck. I said no. They said the truck hit the motorball. All the motorball men plus the keke men get and they say they want point the driver in the truck. It's wrong. Let's stop more violence. Maybe the accuser or somebody that you feel are criminal, they may not be criminal. But when you take that to the police station, based upon the police investigation, they will tell you that they may be criminal or not. Please, my people.
who are you?
You policeman.
Are you a moppy?
Yeah, come here. Yes, you're all right. As I was saying, yeah, let's stop that kind of thing. Take it to the law. You not get one right under the law, nobody right until the law can say you are right or wrong. Please, I beg you, my people.
Who say you?
If I say who tell you,
So say who?
so say oh man, Sam Sion, the man who get crime stopper. He the one say I'm gonna tell you, nobody must take the law in a hand. Don't say they say in the Bible say oh man, Sam Sion say don't take the law in your hand. You have to come away. You want it was you who will be the first now to come attack me.
Yeah, not true, yeah. I ain't there.
Yeah, I feel you. Hey, all this up there. Oh, man, Sam Sion, look at that. She's up for you.
Are you in search of a place you can get quality petroleum products? Well, I got news for you. Mayoba and Sons Incorporated is the company to meet all your petroleum needs. We are one of Liberia's leading importers and distributor of petroleum products on the Liberian market. We are fully capacitated to deliver your petroleum and diesel products anywhere in Liberia. Mayoba and Sons Incorporated, we do rental of dump trucks, tanker trucks, heavy equipment, D8, front loader, excavator. Our clearing and forwarding agency is fast, reliable, and can deliver your goods on time. Mayoba and Sons have improved the quality of reconstituted distributions and importation by financial institutions empowerment. Our head offices are located at the Garnersville Town Hall Junction on Barnesville Road and Freeport Sigma Compound on the Bourgeois Island. For more information, call us on cell numbers 0886 512 379, 0777 512 379, or 0777 255 030, or email us Mayoba, MAYOUBAHS @yahoo.com, or visit our website www.mayobaliberia.com. Our mission is to keep petroleum on the Liberian market stable, effective, and efficient. Our vision is that our presence be felt in the 15 counties with outstanding commitment. Mayoba and Sons, Liberia's pride. Are you in search of a place you can get quality petroleum products? Well, I got news for you.
But our everyday activity, sometimes I get this, sometimes it's eternal to be positive. Come to my house, pass you eat and you drink. Go to money, what you got to say for me? What did they say? And got nothing to do with the life. Be everything that they did. I want to. So say, no, just pass the better we can get about it. Not keep that. No matter where we live it. Every day, some money to go. Get on the floor. Tell them what we do. Everything that they something that we produce. Cheer all day. Make sure don't go to jail. But let the money spend. Yeah, let them do their play.
Good morning, good morning, good morning to the peace-loving people of this sweet land of liberty, Mama Liberia. Good morning and welcome to the midweek presentation of the program from the Pre-News. My name is Wendell Nimna and I'm here this morning, your lone presenter, hoping to join the folks there in the US of A. So this morning, folks, keep those of you watching us, let me recognize all of you watching us via YouTube and Facebook. Welcome to this edition. Please help us share the live because too many trending stories we have to share with you today from the Daily Observer and the Front Page Africa newspaper. All right, so welcome. We are right here. This is the midweek presentation. And don't forget to know that the cash giveaway is also on star 799 star 70 hatch. And you play 200 with $200, $1.50 US. You will win up to $100,000 today, 20,000, 50,000, up to $100,000 today. So keep playing. And hey, come on, who knows? You could be that lucky winner. So it's star 799 star 70 hatch. That's the code for you to play. All right, so let's begin now with the reading this morning. Let's start up with the Front Page Africa newspaper. And this one is right before me. It says, trouble at NEC. National Elections Commission employees demand accountability, transparency in budget handling amidst unpaid benefits. All right, very interesting story. This story is all the way on page 8. So let's see what we can drive our way through to get some excerpt from that story. So let me see. I'm trying to get to page 8, folks. Where is it? Yeah, page 8. I'm here, but just can't see it. So let me keep searching. Let me keep searching and see where I can get this story. It's very interesting. Let's get to know what is happening at the National Elections Commission. So I'm trying to get to that story. Where is it, man? Come on, don't take all of my time. Where is it? NEC, where is that story? NEC, where is that story? Yes, I'm already there. So let's begin with the reading. It says, in a move signaling growing dissatisfaction within the National Elections Commission, over 300 employees have come together to demand immediate action on budget transparency and the resolution of their outstanding benefits, including hazard allowances and insurance coverage. The employees have signed a resolution urging the Board of Commissioners, led by Chairperson Madam Davietta Brown-Lasana, to address key financial issues that have left workers disgruntled and unpaid months after the 2023 elections. The resolution obtained by Front Page Africa highlights the workers' demand for a committee to be formed to determine the allocation of funds, particularly focusing on 6 months of hazard allowances, insurance benefits, and other financial needs stemming from the 2023 general and presidential elections. The staff are calling for immediate approval of these proposals, ensuring that the surplus funds left over from the elections be used for these person needs. A major point of contention is the US $8 million surplus reportedly left over from the 2023 elections, which Chairperson Lasana had promised would be returned to the government of Liberia. However, employees claim that that US 2 million of this amount designated for staff benefits was deducted without proper explanation, leaving workers to question where that money went. Despite promises made for payment, employees have yet to receive any compensation or insurance coverage months after the elections. Renning B. Gleba, representing the discontented staff, pointed out that the lack of timely disbursements have created a severe moral crisis within the NEC. Workers, many of whom face difficult and dangerous conditions during the elections, are particularly frustrated by the failure to provide basic benefits like insurance and hazard pay. Gleba recounted heartbreaking stories of staff members who fell ill or required medical attention during the election period, only to be left stranded due to the absence of the promised insurance coverage. Some of us were not informed about the insurance coverage included in the NEC budget. One of our colleagues had to travel to India for medical care because they were denied access to treatment. This is a failure of leadership, Gleba said. The staff are also voicing concerns about the failure to address basic operational needs. The resolution demands that a reasonable portion of the budget surplus be allocated for administrative costs, including repairs for vehicles and improvements at the National Elections Commission headquarters and regional offices. But let's leave it right there. And we jump to more stories. But before we do, let's try to usher in our USA partners. So this morning, we've been joined by Aliyu Masale and Gus Koma. Gus, good morning. Aliyu, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Wendell. Good morning, Aliyu. I'm on my run this morning. I'll be watching or listening to you guys.
Okay. I know.
I can see you are only running. Yes. Good morning, Mr. Nimble. Good morning, Gus. Good morning, Mama Liberia. This is Aliyu Masale. We are back here again this morning from Baltimore, Maryland, USA.
Man, you're sorry for the defeat, or that all of us, I'm siding with you, the Democrats. So I don't.
Yeah, man. It is what it is.
Yeah,
this is like America.
America is above everything.
Sure.
Yeah. So that's it. We will have to work alongside with the new administration. So please do, Democrat.
Sure. Yes, we are.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's get to more stories here from the front page. Africa. It says, I was misquoted. Senator Nukwe denies budget manipulation claims. Speaker Kofi remover. All right. I was misquoted. Senator Nukwe denies budget manipulation claims and Speaker Kofi's remover. And another story here says, validating the arrest agenda. Finance Minister Ngafwan trumpets arrest agenda will improve economic and human development indicators. All right, let's get to it. Very interesting story. He's one of the brains of this country, Ngafwan. So let's get to what Ngafwan is saying there on that story. So let's make our way to get a few lines from there. All right. It says here, the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning at the start of the national sectorial validation for the arrest agenda for inclusive development said the government of Liberia is doing everything possible to enable the private sector to seize the opportunity. On July 18, 2024, President Joseph Boakai launched the national and sub-national consultative process of the development plan with emphasis on the bottom-up approach. As the national development plan is set to be launched at the end of November, representatives from ministries, agencies, commissions, development partners, academia, civil society organizations, youth groups, and the business community came together at the Ellen Johnson Sirleaf Ministerial Complex in Congo Town to validate the draft plan. According to a statement from the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning, validations for the county development agendas, CDAs, will take place simultaneously from November 11 to 16 in county capitals. Participants will include legislative caucuses, county leadership, county councils, ministries, agencies, development partners, persons with disabilities, civil society organizations, and groups representing women and youth. The validations will help bring the crafting process of the National Development Plan to a near close after 3 months of consultations across all 73 districts, facilitated by 2 local think tanks, Subai Bele and Associate SBA, and the African Development Management Associates, ADMA. There at the event on Tuesday, Minister Gafuan told the gathering that the validation meeting is one of the last milestones in the roadmap to launching and implementing the new National Development Plan. All right, let's leave it there. I'll take more stories. Let's get to the big stories here. And it says here, Liberia avoids the deadly mpox or mpox strain for now, but healthcare workers say they need more supplies, rallying for adequate support. We cannot be here and we do not have enough IPC infection prevention control materials, and day in, day out, we are working. We are situated at the border points, so we are asking for more of those IPC's materials to be present. Peter Vanning, officer in charge of the government-run Yella Clinic. And the biggest story of all on the front page of the Front Page Africa, Majority Bloc seeks direct engagement with executive and judiciary and Senate amid House leadership stalemate. Struggling for recognition is the question to this caption. Struggling for recognition? As this body continues to do the Liberian people's business, I move, if I can be seconded, that this body is the spirit of Article 3. Communicate with the executive, the judiciary, and all relevant authorities, including the Senate, of the normal and regular business of this body. Rev. Jeremiah G. Sokan, District Number 1, Grand Gila County, and members of the House Majority Bloc. Deputy Chief Clerk, in keeping with the motion made, please inform the Chief Executive, the Senate, including all functionaries of government, to include the judiciary, that members are in session to do the Liberian people's business. Rep. Thomas Fowler, Deputy Speaker, House of Representatives. And folks, let's get to the back page. BMMC awards certificates to several of its employees. And that's all we can take this morning from the Front Page Africa newspaper. Let's get to the Daily Observer and bring you more stories. Majority Bloc pushes to render Speaker powerless, calls on executive and judiciary to cut ties with embattled Speaker. All right, we can take the lines from here. Let's see. Let's get to page 11. Page 11 has the story. And so I'm trying to make my way to page 11. All right. It says here, as the push for legitimacy and raw power intensifies on Capitol Hill, members of the Majority Bloc of the House of Representatives are doing all they can to ensure that the embattled Speaker, J. Fonati Kofa, is subdued, ensuring that he eventually relinquish power. In their quest in that regard, the aggrieved lawmakers at the third session held in the Joint Chamber on Tuesday, November 5, instructed their secretariat to formally inform the Senate, executive, and judiciary branches to refrain from engaging with Speaker Kofa and his allies. This decision put forth by Representative Jeremiah Sokan of Grand Jita County District Number 1 follows assertion by the anti-Kofa group that government officials must prioritize interactions with their faction as they constitute the majority in the House. During the session, the majority bloc lawmakers emphasized the importance of attendance for Kofa and his members in the next legislative session to avoid repercussions under Rule 21 of the House. All of these come after Justice Wisse clarified at Monday's conference hearing that he did not place a stay order on the functioning of the majority members of the House of Representatives. Justice Wisse addressed both parties involved in the legislative dispute, saying that this stay order was specific to the removal of the Speaker and not to prevent session by the majority members, adding that the majority bloc should give the Speaker due process. However, the majority members of the House insist on moving forward with Speaker Kofa's removal, a process they say will follow due process beginning Tuesday. During the people's business, as a way of consolidating power, the majority bloc has disclosed intentions to start doing the Liberian people's business, noting that they, unlike their opponents, do have the numbers to obtain a quorum to hold sessions and deliberate. Yet, they still need a duly elected speaker to preside in order to have legitimacy. The group during yesterday's session summoned 3 government officials for appearances next Tuesday: Minister of Internal Affairs Francis Yumalane, Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation Representative Mo Ali, and Minister of Transport Sir Leif Tyler. Yumalane is expected to provide updates on the local government law implementation, while Mo Ali and Tyler will address inquiries regarding an ongoing Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission investigation on alleged bribery related to the Speaker's removal. Furthermore, plans were revealed to investigate 6 pro-Kofa lawmakers accused of disrupting House proceedings on October 22. Representative Frank Safoko, Marvin Cole, Luther Cuttings, Edward Flomo, Abu Kamara, and Zina Nomo are scheduled to clarify the incident before a committee. Despite mounting pressure from his resignation, Speaker Kofa remains resolute, stating that resigning is not an option and urging adherence to constitutional procedures. He denies the allegations brought against him, including conflict of interest and budget mismanagement, emphasizing the need for due process as outlined in the Constitution. Speaker Kofa said he will only step down if the requisite 2/3 majority is obtained for his removal. According to the Speaker, if the majority bloc obtains the 49 votes required to remove him, he will step aside, but until then, he remains the Speaker. Grab a copy of the Daily Observer and follow the rest of the story. All right, so that's the story there. Majority bloc pushes to render Speaker powerless, calls on executive and judiciary to cut ties with embattled Speaker. And another story here says LRA gets 50 Starlink satellite terminals to power revenue collection nationwide. All right, and let's get to page 10 and run a few lines from there. The Liberia Revenue Authority is excited to announce a significant milestone in its digital transformation, joining with the receipt of 50 Starlink satellite terminals, with funding from the International Development Association and the government of Sweden through the Public Financial Management Reform and Institutional Strengthening Project. This equipment, valued at approximately 162,000 or 149,400 euros, marks a significant leap forward in enhancing internet access for tax business office (TBOs), that's TBOs, and custom business offices (CBOs) across Liberia, including rural areas previously challenged by limited internet connectivity. The introduction of Starlink, a cutting-edge satellite internet service provider, will enhance internet connectivity at LRA offices nationwide. This initiative is crucial to the LRA strategic plan of leveraging digital technology to enhance revenue collection, providing real-time access to performance data in rural areas, and bolstering transparency, accountability, and reporting processes. All right, so we can stop there and take more stories. Let's get to more stories on the front page of the Daily Observer newspaper, one of Liberia's finest. NEC protests a till beyond staff hazard benefits as chairperson Deviata Brown Lasana and co-chair Tipla Reeves clash again. And lastly, for the front page, government announces US 25 million master's degree work study program. In a groundbreaking initiative set to empower the next generation of Liberian innovators, Sarah Beslow Nyanti, Minister of Foreign Affairs, announced the US 25 million master's degree work study program for aspiring Liberian students. The program, designed to provide advanced education and practical experience, will enable participants to pursue graduate studies in the fields of science, technology, engineering, mathematics, STEM, and artificial intelligence. Continuation of that story is on page 10. Grab a copy of the Daily Observer newspaper. Let's flip you to the back page. Supreme Court fails to settle House's dispute as talks with Speaker Kofi majority bloc ends in deadlock. And lastly, BMMC awards certificates to several of its employees. All right, so let's see what we can get. This I saw something somewhere, and I would like to. Let me see what I'm trying to get to something. All right, I'm trying to get to something somewhere. Where is it? Yes. Okay. Right. Yes. Here is the story, and it says here, EPA aims to strengthen climate action through new law. The Environmental Protection Agency is developing Liberia's new climate law that outlines how sales of carbon credits and how funds are generated are distributed among those who own the forest. This legislation aims to establish a robust framework and policies on climate governance, action, and how the country can use its natural resources, including the forests and mangroves, to access climate finance. Dr. Emmanuel Ure, Executive Director of EPA, emphasized the importance of the law in guiding climate actions and ensuring equitable distribution of benefits. We are asking all those in favor of carbon trading in Liberia to give the government 12 to 24 months, he said at the opening of a forum on measurement, reporting, and verification for climate action. The law will outline the specific carbon market that Liberia intends to engage in, whether it is voluntary or compliance market. It will define how the benefits derived from carbon sales, such as revenue and job creation, will be shared among various stakeholders, including local communities, government entities, and private sector actors. The law will strengthen climate governance by establishing clear roles and responsibilities for government agencies, civil society organizations, and the private sector in climate action. Jasa Vani Oka, Administrative Assistant, Office of the Deputy Manager, FDA, said they have received a lot of applications from the carbon market, but they have applicants to wait until the law is developed. Liberia has not decided which carbon market to go for. Benefit sharing mechanism, who benefits from what, who takes more, community or government. The 3-day meeting is geared towards elevating climate action awareness, showcasing processes and partnerships, and highlighting Liberia's 6 pilot programs. It also aimed to promote ownership and accelerate discussions around Liberia's climate law. Well, folks, that's all we can take this morning from the Daily Observer newspaper. And please don't forget, those of you watching, help us share the live. It's important that you do so others will follow and get to know those trending stories in Liberia. So let's recap for you before we take our break. We started this morning with the Front Page Africa newspaper, and these are stories we brought to you. Trouble at NEC. National Elections Commission's employees demand accountability, transparency in budget handling amidst unpaid benefits. And another story says, I was misquoted. Senator Nukwe denies budget manipulation claims and Speaker Kofa's removal. And lastly, for top stories, validating the arrest agenda, Finance Minister Gafuan trumpets arrest agenda will improve economic and human development indicators. And then the big stories, Liberia avoids the deadly Mpox strain for now, but healthcare workers say they need more supplies, rallying for adequate support. And lastly, Majority Bloc seeks direct engagement with executive and judiciary and Senate amid House leadership stalemate. Struggling for recognition is a question mark to this caption. And that does it for Front Page Africa. Let's run to the Daily Observer. Majority Bloc pushes to render Speaker powerless, causing executive and judiciary to cut ties with a battle Speaker. LRA gets 50 Starlink satellite terminals to power revenue collection nationwide. And the government announces US $25 million master's degree work-study program. Lastly, for the front page of the Daily Observer, NEC protests, it till beyond staff hazard benefits. To the back page, Supreme Court fails to settle House's dispute as talks with Speaker Kofa and Majority Bloc ends in deadlock. And those are all the stories we can bring you this morning from the Daily Observer and the Front Page Africa newspaper. Folks, if you just joined us, you are listening to the program from the Print News on Freedom FM 87.9. And this is a joint presentation, Radio LRB together with Freedom 87.9. So let's take our break and then be right back with you with more developments on this edition of the program. So let's take word from one of our major sponsors. As a matter of fact, this is our major sponsor here, Crime Stoppers Liberia.
Yo, hello. I want to talk about violence. More violence is indiscriminate. It can happen for any reason and to anyone. Until we do something to stop the surge of vigilante-side justice in this country, none of us will be safe. My Liberia is Liberia of hope. In my Liberia, it is possible. Violence is not part of my Liberia. Violence leads to property damage, injury, or even death, as we are seeing in recent months in several parts of Liberia, including Monrovia. Talk to people in your community about violence. Stand up against mob justice. Be a community hero. Liberia is all that we have. We must all unite to uphold the rule of law. Thanks for listening. This is Old Man Sam Simon.
We want peace in Liberia. Peace in Monrovia. We want peace in
What happened? Mama, you still do other air? No, let's still boy. Hey, yes, the moment I will pass it, go see what I'm Chairman, we are only done face.
For where's the blood?
What tablet, man, piece, what tablet, piece.
Yeah, come
No brain. No, stop it. You can't do that. How you a brain human being? Let me know that Rostafi. Let me know that Rostafi. You tell human being you're a brain human being. Let's stop the kind of thing. If we catch criminal or somebody commit crime in our community or whatsoever, take that to the law or carry that to the nearby police station and report that to the police. Let the police themselves investigate and find out whether he right or wrong. Yesterday, I was coming from Keba. A brother walk on truck. I said, no, they said the truck hit the motorball ball. All the motorball men plus the keke men get and they say they want brain, the driver and the truck. It's wrong. Let's stop more violence. Maybe the accuser or somebody that you feel are criminal, they may not be criminal. But when you take that to the police station, based upon the police investigation, they will tell you that they made that criminal or not. Please, my people.
Who are you?
You policeman?
Why you moppy?
Yeah, come here. You go to ask me as I do. Yes, you're all right. As I was saying, let's stop that kind of thing. Take it to the law. You not get one right. Under the law, nobody right until the law can say you are right or wrong. Please, I beg you, my people.
Who say you?
If I don't who tell you,
So say who?
so say, oh man, same Zion, the man who care, crime stopper. He the one say, I'm gonna tell you, nobody must take the law in their hand. Don't say they say in the Bible say, oh man, same Zion say, don't take the law in your hand. You have to come away. You know what? It was you who will be the first now to come attack me.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. Yeah,
Do. Hey, all it down there. Oh man, same Zion looking at Jesus for you.
Rabbi, why you taking?
I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and Smart Road Junction on the Old Road?
Oh no, Charles, tell me about it.
Exeter's Best Price Store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of club beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion jumping till the break of dawn, Exeter's Best Price Store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple Kiwi, Full Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athlete and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
Easy, when you want some more, I provide. So we start to talk. Come on, so going deep and deeper. Put in thought to EGK. Villa living sense in her.
Are you in search of a place you can get quality petroleum products? Well, I got news for you. Mayoba and Sons Incorporated is the company to meet all your petroleum needs. We are one of Liberia's leading importers and distributor of petroleum products on the Liberian market. We are fully capacitated to deliver your petroleum and diesel products anywhere in Liberia. Mayoba and Sons Incorporated, we do rental of dump trucks, tanker trucks, heavy equipment, D8, front loader, excavator. Our clearing and forwarding agency is fast, reliable, and can deliver your goods on time. Mayoba and Sons have improved the quality of reconstituted distributions and importation by financial institutions empowerment. Our head offices are located at the Garnersville Town Hall Junction on Barnesville Road and Freeport Sigma Compound on the Bourgeois Island. For more information, call us on cell numbers 0886 512-379, 0777-512-379, or 0777-255-030, or email us Mayoba, MAYOUBAHS @yahoo.com, or visit our website www.mayobaliberia.com. Our mission is to keep petroleum on the Liberian market stable, effective, and efficient. Our vision is that our presence be felt in the 15 counties with outstanding commitment. Mayoba and Sons, Liberia's pride.
Many thanks for rejoining us. And shortly, we'll link up with our partners in the USA. But just before we do, just keep playing the cash giveaway. It's big today. The cash giveaway is *799 *70# is the code. All you need to do is to play with 200 Liberian dollars or $1.50 US. And then you win up to $100,000 today. From 20,000, that's 3 category: 20, 50, and $100,000. So keep playing. Let me tell you something about this cash giveaway thing. The more you play, you stand a better chance. I didn't say when you play one time you can't win, but playing 2 to 3 times, it puts you in a better position. So play and win up to 100K today. So let's leave the shores of Liberia now and send controls to our guys in the USA. We have posted right now Aliyu Masale. He's a Democrat and he got defeated. So Aliyu, it's good having you back on the Print News.
Yeah.
Sorry first for your defeat.
Yes, it is what it is. That's the election. No matter what it is, one person have to win and one person have to lose. Yes, we did all we could. That's the will of God, we will say. Even those, whenever people lose this election and think they have so many things to say, oh yes, this happened, that happened, this happened. But everything in this world, Mr. Nimle, even your mother, when somebody can speak to you, yes, why do you first of all say, thanks be to God? Everything is God. So that's just it right there.
So are you broken? Are you broken by the news that Donald Trump has emerged as the next president of the 47th president of the United States? Are you broken about that?
Absolutely, yes. Like last night, because even yesterday when I went to work, I was somehow disturbed. Actually, to the point that I couldn't have lunch. That even yesterday I had a meeting. I had to cancel that meeting. After work, I just came straight home, turned on the TV, and what have you. And when I started seeing the result coming, I was shocked. I went to bed with shock, and when I wake up this morning again, when I turned on the TV, I was like, oh my God. Yes, because we did a lot. When you follow all the trending, we spend a lot, billions of dollars. Yes, but it is what it is. We then had to accept and agree to work with the Trump administration for another 4 years. We just pray for a better America, and that is it. There is nothing we can do. That's election. One person had to win.
Okay, that's so true. One person have to win. So Donald Trump is the new president of the United States. But Aliyu, let's come back to our country, Liberia. There is this news about the Capitol Hill and the saga is still ongoing. And what do you make of the majority bloc pushing to render the speaker powerless, that the executive and the judiciary shouldn't do business with the embattled speaker? What do you make of that?
You see, Liberia, we don't even say no where we are heading to right now. Because Liberia, we are the oldest country in Africa, and we have a constitution. Every country have a constitution, and this constitution brought those people to power today, make them to be lawmakers, and are not turned to lawbreakers. Because if you guys can go to the Supreme Court and Supreme Court say, okay, you know why you have to get the speaker due process once.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, that my daughter phone is too high for my ear, so I'm sorry. Yes, so and they refused to listen to what the Supreme Court said. Like we were expecting them yesterday to join the speaker, and we saw them having their own session. And now they are even said they are summoning Mo Ali, the transport minister, and that of the internal affairs minister, so they can see how they can settle the local government act. And I think this thing that happening in the country is not good. It's unconstitutional, and everything is up to we the Liberian people now. Okay, we elected those people as lawmakers to go there in the interest of we the Liberian people. But what we are seeing, they are not even in the interest of we the Liberian people. They try to tell us that they are educated than us, they know what they are doing. And even the market with me over there to Bokon Jide that they didn't go to school from what is going on. She's well educated, that she know what is happening in the country is wrong. We elected you people, you go back to session, give the speaker due process. That's all. When you had your 49 and this man already told you that he will step aside and get his legal team and you guys can proceed doing the Liberian people work. If you can get the 49, you go back and be working and you can still be working and be lobbying. And the same Liberian people that put you over there today as lawmaker, they are telling you to go back. Why can't you go back? Even your constitution, that's what they told you. When you have 49, you can go ahead, but you don't have 49, go back. You see, so right now, what is happening in the country, the president, this is his government, we continue to say this, and he had like 11 lawmakers within those so-called majority black, and seeing the way in which his government is going, I don't think that's a good image for his government. So I continue to say this, he could try to call his lawmakers or talk to them. He get people that he can channel through to talk to those people for them to see how to come back. Because if anything happen in the country, that's going to bring his government to a standstill. They won't be able to do anything in the country. And if we see this continue every night, then the speaker had to adjourn session because he don't have the number, and the quote-unquote majority bloc say, oh, they are having session. Like I see Thomas Fala trying to call on Safoko and other people. So we the citizen, one thing, like I was listening to the former President Weah yesterday. They had to see what to do. The CDC, they had their institution, they have rules and regulation, they have bylaw, and he is saying that they should give Thomas Fala, they should give him the due process. But if the body could see what to do to have him suspended now for time indefinite, so they can call him to order and they see what they can do. Because as he said, Thomas Fala, he know he's not coming back again to CDC. He has nothing to lose. In as much as he came out to say, he told the Liberian people that he was going to be on the side of the speaker, and later on we saw him joining the majority bloc. He's trying to defend his job because he had been threatened by those guys. If he don't join them, they are going to make his seat or declare his seat or declare his seat free. Okay, so he's trying to protect his job, so he had to join them. You see, according to the former president yesterday, this is something that he been hearing, and whenever he called Thomas Fala attention to it, he will be like, oh, why you don't like me? Why you saying this? He say, no, it's not that I don't like you. That's something I hearing, and I just want to call your attention. And that's why he been hearing, he been calling your attention. Finally today, it has happened. You see, the very day that thing happened, they were trying to stop them. There was so many words they were using on one another today, and he calling those people for them to tell him or to tell the so-called majority bloc why they had to stop them, like they on the removal of the speaker. So to tell you that what the president been hearing and been asking him, it was true. And today he had betrayed the CDC. So like the general said, he had to be expelled, but according to President Weah, they had to give him due process. I think that's the right way. So we the Liberian people, we know that those people now, those lawmakers, they are not in the interest of we the Liberian people. They are there for themselves. When they needed us, they needed our vote. Anything we tell them, they were going by it. But today we're telling them to give the speaker due process, and they said they can't do it. They will do what they want to do unconstitutionally. So we have to stand right now to see what we can do. You see, we have to, because the president is not saying anything, the executive, everybody, they are looking up to those people. So we, the Liberian people, I think, I don't know how far the protest went yesterday, the peaceful protest, because I was following my election on this side, so I was not really following what was really happening yesterday on the protest. But I think this is time that we had to stand up with the Liberian people. Said those people, they're not in the interest of the country, neither with the Liberian people, but for themselves. because Fonati they didn't put their own committee and team. Some of them because Fonati gained a lesson play that the number will lose. Some of them all kinds of funny things. So we had to stand up to see how we can ready protest in that country. If that would be the cause, we shut down the country. I think that would be good because we can continue to see this for people to just be removing speaker illegally in the country. Today they will remove Fonati. After 1 or 2 years, they say, okay, we don't want this other person again. And this is something that will be continuing over and over. You see, those lawmakers, we put them there. We had to that whole around LG waiting. We go there, nobody going to enter here. You will go back to your horses. And when you come to Capitol building, you have to join the main chamber. We can do that in our country. But unfortunately for us, I will say this, those people, they feel that yes, the police will always be there to protect them. Anything they will call the army. That's why they continue to do this. But we, the Liberian people, if we stand up against those people, they can't kill or they can't do nothing. If you can go back to your house, you will not enter our LG hotel. If you can, you can enter the main chamber, then the whole Capitol building in the morning will land there, nobody can enter. I think then something will happen. But those people, if we continue this, as Yeke Koluba said, they will keep adjourning till 2029 because the speaker is not going to resign. There will be nothing they can do that will torture him or to even say make him to resign. And he should stand by his word, no resolution. So this can continue to happen, no business as usual. So that's just my own there. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Leo Masale. And those of you watching us, you can also drop your comments there relative to our talking points. We'll read them out for you. But you know, this country is really sick. Liberia is sick. Other countries are moving forward. Why Liberia is still going backward? Can you imagine people that's supposed to be representing us, that's supposed to be making laws to benefit us? They are only seeking their personal interest. Why you call yourself a lawmaker and you don't want to respect the Constitution? Some of you are lawyers. Some of you that are part of the majority bloc are lawyers. And you know the way you are proceeding is not the right way. So what the essence of you wasting your time saying you're learning law when you are disrespecting the law? What the essence? Some of you are lawyers and you don't have regards for the Constitution, the organic body of this country. See the way how the country is moving. Everything is at a standstill. The entire country, I would just put it this way, say the country is shut down because nothing is working. Who the government is going to, the executive going to submit the budget to? Who's going to collect the budget from the executive? Is it the majority bloc? And you know it's not possible. It's not possible for the government or the executive to work with the majority bloc. So the way how things are moving, like Aliyu said, Liberians, we need to rise up. We need to rise up and tell these people, we the one paying them. They're not paying themselves. The taxpayer money, they're paying them. That's why they're using and they're misusing. So we need to stand up to their faces and tell them that the way you guys are proceeding is not right. You saw happening in Kenya the other day. The nonsense that happening in this country, in country like Nigeria, it wouldn't happen. For some of them, they say the majority can't also they having intervene and all of that. People will rush on you and do something harmful to you. It's hurting the way how you people are proceeding, the way how you people are taking our country. Can you imagine for the past a month or two now, nothing is working. Lawmakers going to RLJ to the hotel until their naked picture then coming up now. Can you imagine this? What kind of country is Liberia? What kind of country called Liberia? What did happen in that country before we Liberians we learn? War came, we say, oh, that massive corruption brought war. But aren't us still seeing massive corruption being practiced in our country? Let me stop here and give my colleague Gus some time to speak on this issue. Then we can go to the phone lines. Gus, let's hear from you.
Hey, sorry, thank you. You know, Wendell, yesterday there was a protest. Our people didn't show up. You know, again, they said Vandela did it, blah blah blah. The people aren't serious. You know, I've been on here for a long time, Wendell, and I've been telling you guys one thing, and you guys have not listened. And most of the callers will come and not listen. And I was glad President Weah had an interview yesterday and put out the thing I knew or I've heard. And we put these things out for a reason. There's a lot of people that this guy, President Weah, has supported. And I remember when this thing first happened, everybody said, oh, you know, Thomas Falah was not doing this. I said, listen, these people are off for a motive. People like Falah, again, my brother Jefferson Koji, where is he today with all of this stuff happening? You will not hear a point from Jefferson Koji because he support Falah. You will not hear from those guys. Thank God for young men like Foko, Abu Kamara, and all of those people. When I said it on here, the people that said they're defenders and this and that, they will come here. They don't know the information. You guys, people have to realize this. We build relationship for a reason. There's trust there. In this country, the way it's going, like President Weah said yesterday, CDC is about the people, not the individuals. I mean, Wendy, I wish you could play that this morning for our people. I know we got callers and whatnot, but a lot of them did not listen to that interview. Because if Liberians, especially our people that listen to us, could listen to that interview, because many of them will never hear it. Many of them never saw the interview. If they had the opportunity.
Just go ahead. Let me get my guys to get it set up.
Thank you. If they had listened to the president and listened to President Weah speak, you'll understand why some of us are here every morning, not for any gain. But the fact is, people are affected every day by these wheeling and dealing by these individuals that we put up there, we call lawmakers. Okay? You have a Thomas Falah that's in Lofa County now. Thomas Falah doesn't think he needs President Weah anymore because when he was in Monserrado, that's CDC base. But in Lofa, he's thinking he can make his own bed there. He can just take money and whatsoever. Jefferson Koji, if it was Gus Corner, there was a CDC partisan, and we're doing the things that I was doing, Jefferson Koji would be in the street telling everybody to go remove that man and expel him. As it is right now, the only person that has stood up and said expel him besides the president, reiteration yesterday, was Akaras Gray. So what is this telling us? And when we tell all you people, and that's why they call you guys names sometimes, this is why everybody don't trust everybody. Sometimes we know information, we don't want to just blow it out there because, again, you have to read between the lines yourself. You look at that day when Speaker, what's his name, was out, when he was out of the country. Who went over there? Thomas Falah with those guys. Who stopped it? Safoko. You know why? Safoko still remember what his boss, how his boss was elevated to the platform that she was before she died, and then Safoko himself. Do you have it?
Yeah, just go ahead. I'm trying to get
so those are things that Safoko did that made President Weah and likes like me feel like, oh my God, it's okay doing this type of work for young people that have no opportunity, because when they have the opportunity, they're not going to turn their back. This is the issue that we have right now. We have people that have continued to be greedy, and they are not listening to the whole party. But because some of our people on the ground are so afraid, and we wonder why we can't do anything. This is what I say. I don't know where Ben Tupa is. I will talk to President Weah. I love that young man. I wish we had guys like Ben to go.
All right, so
go ahead.
All right, Gus. Thank you. I think we can just get few excerpts from there. Let's see what we got said now. So let's listen to what the former president said on the face the issues on the yesterday.
You will spend with us, then we can continue the conversation.
Okay, so
here tonight on this guy. So we are forever grateful, and I here on this guy trying to be.
Okay, so this is the interview. The president Abraham Wayne was in a conversation with the former president on yesterday. So immediately when we get to that part of the interview, we'll have it set for you. So I think we all set. So let's go.
Yeah, I have to. I know you're surprised to me. This surprise. Yeah. Thank you so much. All right. Yeah, Carrasco has to be involved in seeing to it. I'm here. Bushu, Carrasco, Pepsi, the rest of the other guys. I was in touch with them, and I needed to locate you because things back home in our country, why it is true that you're attending to other international calls and so forth here, there are things back home in our country now. Okay, you have your own pending date to return home, but I just thought to come ahead of time, ahead of your return, to just ask a couple of questions, maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes of your time will be enough for us to just understand some things. And I hope you'll be able to give us that time. Thank you. Okay, thank you, Mr. Bennett. All right, let's first start up with what Liberians saw you doing. It's no strange terrain that you were in, especially you were in Italy. From Italy issue was about too much in autographs. It was just flooding all on Facebook, people trooping in for you to have signatures on whatever they could have as souvenirs that they will keep in memory of you for your effort you exerted in the footballing world. That we saw, and then later we now saw you on the world stage again in Paris, France, where you played most of your football and of course won the very trophy and award you want to present. Well, Liberians back home were watching you, Mr. President. And how will you describe getting back to France and presenting an award you once won?
First of all, let me say good evening to my family back home and our supporters, and fellow Liberians. And, good evening. So, like I said, I went to France. And I felt good. I was excited I was back in France, but especially in Paris. France got different, but in Paris, where I played, and of course, everything's okay. All friends, the Copa America. When the time comes for me to play my part, I speak. I'm the leader. Imagine every day I'm talking. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense. So I have a responsibility as a leader. A responsibility not just to talk everything and every day. You understand? I put a structure in place, and of course we have norms in the party, and we follow the norms.
Okay, yeah, I'm asking this question because following developments back home, your party currently is at the point of losing a seat you won just immediately following the election. You may have lost the presidency, but the legislative seat, in terms of the leadership in the legislature, the CDC had that. And currently, as we speak, there is a battle on ground. 43 of the speaker's members are saying they wouldn't sit on his gavel. What that surprises many, and about this action, is that you have 11 members of your party ticket who are there. Most importantly and scarily is the deputy speaker of the House of Representatives, the number 2 man, who's there? Lately, he had to join that team, and they are fighting for the removal of the Speaker, J. Fonati Kofa. What say you about that?
I mean, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that people that we grown, people that we have confidence in, we want to sabotage the Speaker. This is wrong. I don't think it's a good thing. It's wrong. You know, and, what I can say, we have to, you know, go back to our, go back on our table, go to our meetings, and let people know that this is wrong. There's no way. We cannot be on the record of people, our own people, trying to put our Speaker out of the parliament. This is wrong. You know, those that are involved, I can only ask them to come back to the status quo.
You call that sabotage. What do you mean sabotage? Is it sabotaging the CDC or sabotaging themselves, the people involved, especially the Deputy Speaker?
Well, sabotaging the CDC and also sabotaging themselves, you know, because they're putting themselves in a position where they were loved because of CDC and they were voted for, and now they're going against the party for the Speaker to be removed. Anybody, any supporter can be angry. You know, so they're putting themselves in a position where people will dislike them. You know, it's not a good thing. No matter what happens, we need to go to a meeting and speak. Flatty is the Speaker. You know, and Honorable Father is the Deputy Speaker. You know, before we reach to this point, what we discuss, who's going to be the Speaker and who will not be the Speaker, who will be the Deputy Speaker, who will be the caucus chair. You know, so if we have any issues, any reservation, we'll go back to the table and discuss it. So I don't know what, I don't know the reason though, but I think what happened is wrong. And those that are fighting with the Speaker and us, I think we're doing the right thing. And those that are fighting against the Speaker, they're doing the wrong thing. It's the wrong thing. Yeah. It's the wrong thing.
What punitive action many will think about at this time? Because if you are engaged and with these folks for them to go back, you are calling on them, they are not going back. The partisans are angry today. And I was hearing from the House Foreign Developments back home, there were protest staged where they were calling these people to go back. The Supreme Court has said that they should go back under the Gabo and then go to a court due process. And in the wake of that, today T5 was calling on people who stood against the removal of Speaker Kofa, naming them to appear before their block so that they will penalize them. All those people named that T5 were calling, they were all citizens who were fighting like you for the wrong thing to make sure that
you are a lawyer. And, why are they fighting people that don't agree that the Speaker should be removed? Why are they fighting them? Why are they threatening them? No one should be threatening them. You know, because they have their own opinion of the Speaker being the Speaker. You know what I'm saying? The fact that you chose a side doesn't mean that everybody goes with you. You know, it's a political party. And everyone have the same values, same strength in the parliament. Not because you're Deputy Speaker, you believe that when you say something, everybody should follow you. No, it's wrong. So those that believe that the Speaker should not be removed, I think is a stand. That's the best thing to do because we're going to support them. We want to make sure that the Speaker stays. It's important for us, for our party. I listened to the Deputy Speaker today. You know, I think he doesn't realize that he was in the Parliament saying that because for him to preserve, that means the honor that circumstances. You know, I think he need to go back. He need to take everybody and go back. You know, because it's a constitutional matter. You know, so matter. So what he need to do to encourage his people that want to remove the Speaker and go to the actual Parliament. The Parliament cannot be divided.
I think the president have already made his position on that. So he's calling on his guy, Deputy Speaker Fala, to take the rest of the folks back on because it's a constitutional matter. You cannot do it that way. due process must be the order of the day, according to the assertion made by the former president of the Republic of Liberia. Gus and Aliyu, are you still there?
Yeah, that's good. I think we go to the audience so they can react to that and just see where we're at, because we've been talking about this for too long. And I'm glad that they can hear from the president himself and they don't feel like we're just going against certain individuals personally, you know?
Okay. Thank you very much. That's the voice of Gus Kalma, and we will get to your comments first. We take few comments, and then we take a few calls, and then we go at 12:30. But the cash giveaway is also on *79 and *70 hatch to play 200 Liberian dollars or $1.50, and you will win up to $100,000 today. 20,000, 50,000, up to $100,000 up to midnight. So let's get to the comments and read them out. Let's get to them now. Okay, from this one it says Sata Benda says watching from Paul River. Son of KOK is watching from Dole Community. Angie D. McGill says I'm watching you from government. I'm watching from government farm, Magibi County, District 1, Marshall Highway. Fatu Kone is watching from Magibi County, Kakata to be precise. Alex Johnson says I'm watching from Tamita Bon County. And I think it's this isn't Totota, this person wanted to spell. But anyway, it says Tameta, Bon County. Gay Caesar Divine Grace Bason Jr. says, good morning, guys. I'm following you from Old and New Matadi. Asata M. Miller says, good morning, my Freedom family. I'm watching you from Red Light. Progress Orita Johnson says, congratulations to Solomon of the Nighttime Spain, but I don't like Trump for one bait. And Vinicius Jr. Boss is following you from district number 16, Monserrato County. Progress Orita Johnson again says, how will the rebel leader investigate the people that gave them money to remove the speaker? Otis Barkley says, great. Navarros M says, good morning, Wendell. Watching you from Toronto. And Progress Orita Johnson says, those noise makers think by sending the situation man and hateful Salif Tyler will make the finance minister send the budget to them. And Mary Tula says, I'm following you from District 13, New Georgia Estate. Thanks for the great job. Congratulations to all American from Grace Caesar Divine Grace Barson Jr. And he says, as I carefully observe things, the so-called majority bloc are not ready to do our jobs. If they continue on this path, Liberia will be retrogressing. Alex Kulu says, good morning, Freedom family. Thanks to you guys for your great effort. No day Liberian people make a mistake again in elections 2029. The Liberian people will set record like the Americans people in election. I'm closely following you guys from Nema County, to be precise, Ganta City. Kristen Segba says, pleasant good afternoon. Following this fascinating conversation closely from my Capitol building office. And Orita Johnson says, only God would deal with us. I'm even thinking that T5 hand is behind the CDC headquarters. And Kristen Segba again says, intriguing, a pleasant good afternoon. I'm monitoring this intriguing conversation closely from my Capitol building office. Ignatius Wias says, good morning, Freedom family. Wendell, absolutely nothing we should expect from these guys who conscious is dead. G. Jefferson M. Caller says, good afternoon. I'm watching you from Painesville Red Light. And I'm watching from my end, Dwazon, Lower Magibi County. Thanks for the show. Exo Grant. And Progress Orita Johnson says, if Honorable Yeke Honorable Emmanuel Dunn and Honorable Ability are with the speaker. Then who is T5? All right. So far, so good. Those are all of the comments. We can take your calls now. We have 8 more minutes to be here. And so it's ample enough to take few calls. Approximately, we can take 6 to 7 calls before we say goodbye to you at 12:30 because we got commercials at 12:30. So call us 0776 104 104 086 500 104. I'm giving all of the callers 30 minutes. I'm sorry, 30 seconds. Every caller will have 30 seconds to land your thoughts on our talking points. If you surpass your 30 seconds, I will cut you off. All right? So let me start with this female line. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, William.
Yes, good afternoon. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, say good morning to God and Masale. I want to say thank you for the invitation. I want to say God thank you. My son went there to the issue, to the topic happened. You know, yesterday, last time I listened to the former president, everything that the next year last month. So that's something what people purposely had to do. Because the next year, when the election starts, when we were on the campaign, when government lost the campaign, the party hierarchy went to meeting. And some of us were requesting for you to be speaker. And the judge said, oh, you can't be speaker because Francis Popa, he is the deputy speaker. So let's make Francis Popa the speaker, who will go as deputy. That was today, that last thing there he has. So everything we're talking, we talk on Judgment Day. Everything that happened to CTC, we're talking, say, some of us are not campaign for President. We are in the fact that President, we are getting money to work at it. Let me tell you, my brother Wendell, my son Wendell, the Bible says, human being heart is dead of where that God that you can see too. That's some of us are looking. So if God says, Francisco will be speaker for the 6th year, Francisco will be speaker.
Okay.
Because your own child, you want to say what they want to say you, it's true enough by you.
Thank you.
So when God said that A, that A.
Thank you. Thank you, Ma Walter. Let me take this person. Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
What's your name and where you calling from? Okay, you have 30 seconds. Let's hear you quickly.
Okay, my 30 seconds, I will let you call the shot. Just one thing I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
When the Thomas SP fella is either is very important to the institution or to CDC, then you go to local country be important to the local country to his family. Who want him? Who will be yourself? Who want him? When I want who was a saying, then he be yourself and the whole party.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's go back to the female line. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Wendell.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, God. My family.
Good afternoon, Ma Helena. Go ahead with your 30 seconds.
Let me tell you, my son.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you something. They country. You look at how the country looking. Look how the country looking. Thomas Farad is doing that thing for money business, dishing up money, corruption. We will put them there now, suffering. No food to eat. So we're not going to school. This one, that one. What many people wicked so? It is surprising to me. From the time that person died, he looked back. And Thomas Farad turned it back. That the time Thomas Farad had bad mind. But tell God, thank you. We got a peaceful President Joshua. I listened to him yesterday. Well, I know in Jesus' name things will be fine. And then Diane Trump win election. Joshua will win election again.
Thank you.
That is example there.
Thank you. Thank you, Ma Helena Wule from St. Paul Bridge. Let me take this person. Good afternoon to you.
Afternoon to your co-panelist.
Go ahead. Let's hear you. Hussein, go ahead.
Yeah, this is Hussein Kel when I call you from Chip because I want to use my 30 second wisely. So quickly to the issue. You know, I listened to the former president and some style of the CDC. I just want to bring the CDC mind back and those who are discussing the issue. 2011, when CDC had a resolution that they would not participate in the impeachment of Eddie Stalin. Mostly accounts Gray, who's now recommending Thomas Farad should be expelled, he was one of the lead campaigners of the impeachment of former Speaker Eddie Stanton. He was not his bill. You see the how there was sycophantousness in those guys. You were championing the removal where the party have a statement instructing all of the lawmakers to not be involved with the impeachment of former Secretary. He was the one who championed the impeachment of Stanton. You want to talk about Tomo Farah? He got the contribution of the second father Farah have made to the CDC. What I would say to them, if you want to expel Farah, give him due process because he is a member.
You're not in the people party. You're not in the people party that you've been in there.
So let me say this for the record, right? You don't know. Let me say this to you and your.
Oh, you left.
Asking for the angle of the LPDB, so I'm a member of the coalition.
Thank you. Thank you. I got your point. 30 seconds are done. Hussein, let's talk to you. Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon, my brother.
Good afternoon. No time. Let's be brief. What's your name and where you calling from?
I'm listening to the show and I'm so excited because for us this year we need to be called on the show and be talking about Tomo Farah Kovo, Tomo Farah Wiki, Tomo Farah. I mean, these are things that we used to see in the past, but it's just CDC and not Kovo. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We're not taking any more calls. We don't have time. So let me send controls to my guys to take a minute each, and we can wrap up from there. So Gus, or Ali, I don't know who's going to take the lead. We got to go. Let's hear from you.
Ali, go ahead.
Yes, yeah. So we continue to say we just pray. Let those so-called majority black put themselves together because the Liberian people are the one who gave them that job today. If the Liberian people, we can tell them to go back and give the speaker due process. I think they have to do it. And to the CDC law or block, just as the president said yesterday, they should give offer due process. I think they should follow what the speaker said because he said he gave no time to speak, but he want them to get they should get Thomas Farah due process. So I think that will be good. And we'll wait to see what's going to happen Thursday again. Our so-called majority bloc. Let's see what's going to happen. But we, the Liberian people, as we continue to say, this is time that we have to stand up. Those people, they are not working in our interest, but they are there for themselves. Till we can see tomorrow again. God bless America. God bless Liberia. Thank you.
Thank you, Aliyu.
Yeah. Yes. Again, thank you guys to our listeners and callers. We always appreciate you. But here's the thing. You guys need to always realize this. What affects you is more important than individuals. And you have to always think about it when you're making your decisions. Decisions are very important. You know, we see what happened in America. Same thing. I got in the polling box yesterday. I couldn't vote. I didn't believe I could vote for either one. I did not agree. I did what I had to do. You know, I can sit here today while everybody mad. I'm not mad because I consciously went in there and knew that I could not vote for either one. And here we are. So we're hoping things go settle down a little bit and we'll go from there. But Jay Fonante Kofa is not going to resign. He is going to stay in there. If he's going to get removed, he's going to get removed by that 2/3 or whatever it is. And that's just going to be the way of the day. And we're waiting to see if the executive try to circumvent and send anything over to the majority block or whatever they are. And we want to see if guys like, what's his name, Mo Ali, and then present themselves to that block because it will be also unconstitutional. And if they do go there, they already tell us what their executive is expecting because that means they're abiding by the laws of their president. So if Mo Ali, who is from the executive, goes to that meeting, and I think it was a public work minister, we're all now aware that the government is involved in this. So we'll be watching. Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you very much, folks. God's willing, we'll be back here tomorrow. Tomorrow is a national holiday in this country, right? So tomorrow is a holiday. I'm not too sure we'll be here, but if we will be, well, you're going to hear us. So until then, do have a pleasant midweek in Liberia. Let's hope and pray that things get better for our country so we can do all we can as Liberians to move our country forward. Yesterday was on the show. There was a lady who texted on our live by the name Joyce Kese. I don't know you. I don't know whether you know me. But the thing you said yesterday, if I were going to react to that comment, you were really going to feel bad about me. So I don't know whether you're listening. because I got all the information about you. One Joyce Kesset. I got all the information. After I call your name on the radio, right after the show, somebody called me and said, well, you know this person, that person, that person. So please, the next time, if you ever try to mention such a comment on our life, you will really feel better about yourself. You will be walking on the ground. You will not even feel that you're walking on the ground. Because when I deal with you, you will not believe it. We got to go and see her. You even know our crew, man. I'm scared of nothing.